good evening and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We are here to show you our Thursday evening league racing, the Wrxc Season 2. And we are round 4. Sorry, I'm just sorting out the iPad. And we are racing for round 4 at the Red Bull Ring. So let us not waste any time. We've got 3 15-minute timed races to get on with. So without further ado, we'll have a look at the grid after qualifying. Okay, let's see if I can get the speed right this time. On pole, we have Racer Brown in the Martini Subaru. In second place, we have Cthulhu, who is having this season, a really good season. In third, we have Shadow Rider. Nice car. In fourth, we have a Skyjacker in the Acelith designed Subaru. In fifth, we have Alpha Nuts. In sixth, we have a Lexus Maximus. In seventh, we have a JTX. That is a cracking looking car. In eighth, we have Mika Wivery in her Duracell Bunny Subaru. In ninth, we have Homesick Alien. I had to double check that one. I was quite surprised. It looks like he's had some additions to his livery. In 10th, we have a Wrxc in the Golf liveried Subaru. In 11th, we have a Pat in these Louis Vuitton Subaru. And in 12th, we have Jocus in the Orlan liveried Scooby. So that's how they lined up after a wet qualifying session here at the Red Bull Ring. And shall we see how they get on in a 15-minute race? Let's do it. Sit tight, guys. So camera angle looks absolutely shocking. We can see the lights though. Get rid of those. Standard is there, so we can just watch that through the start. Watching Racer Brown and Cthulhu, and the lights are gone. They're slowly pulling away. It's a wet ground. Racer Brown looks like he's holding a position. Oh dear, 2 people have stayed on the grid, Pat and Jocus it looks like, but Cthulhu leading the way from Skyjacker. Shadow Rider, also Racer Brown drop down. Mika Wivery's jumped up into 5th place. 6th place for Lexus Maximus. JTX is in 7th. Homesick Alien up to 8th. Wrxc is in 9th. Alpha dropping down to 10th place there. And Pat in 11th, still on the grid. So we saw 2 cars. It looks like one of them finally got away. So Skyjacker leading the way from Cthulhu, who has been on fire this season. Ahead of Shadow Rider. You're trying to see through the mist. There he is, Shadow Rider in 3rd place. Ahead of Racer Brown. We're just coming up to the 3rd corner. This is so tight. Mika Wivery having a sniff at the rear end of Racer Brown. Lexus Maximus coming across it quite large. And there, Homesick Alien, we can see, trying to slip through into 6th, 7th place. Lexus Maximus and Homesick side by side. It's a tight corner to go into, and it looks like Homesick Alien finally gets that position. And now he's working. Oh, Lexus Maximus, all kinds of wide there. And there, Wrxc and Alpha Nut battling it out for 8th and 9th position. Not even completed lap 1 yet. Look at the action that's happening. JTX is dropped to the back. They're really struggling to find the grip here in the wet. Cthulhu just holding off a Shadow Rider there in 3rd place, while Skyjacker, he's running away and hiding. He's got the rhythm going for the first lap. He crosses the line. Absolutely amazing. Look at it, chucking it down. We're all on wet tyres. I don't think anyone bothered with intermediates. Cthulhu gets DRS open. Shadow Rider trying to get a sniff up the inside of him, with Racer Brown just following closely. See what the visibility is like in car. It's not great, you can see. Trying to slow this Subaru down in the wet conditions here. Red Bull Ring, Cthulhu really slow in front of Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider virtually stuck to the back of Cthulhu whilst we're sat watching all this happening on board. with Racer Brown, but it looks there to me like Shadow Rider trying to make a move up the inside of Cthulhu. It's a very hard corner to make a move at. He's done it slightly. Cthulhu, I think, had to give way a little bit. Wants to keep his car in there, but thought, oh, we could both end up out. So Shadow Rider, great move up into second spot. Skyjacker now getting some distance on these guys. Steady as she goes. Steady as she goes. And now Shadow Rider up into second place. He's excelling in the wet. This is his kind of conditions, with Cthulhu dropping down to third, with Racer Brown right there looking for a way past. Alphanaut is up into fifth place ahead of Alexis Maximus with JTX. Oh my lords, there's been some action down here. Homesick Alien's fallen down. We'll have to skip back a bit. He was just behind Mika Wivery. So here we can see Alpha. Oh, did we just see Mika and no, Homesick and Mika still fighting each other for 7th and 6th, and there goes Homesick Alien. He's just crawled onto the dust a little bit, onto the muddy swamp at the side of the track, letting JTX get through. Is Mika Wivery waiting or something? She's down there as well. She's still ahead of Homesick, ahead of Wrxc Ii in 9th. And that is how Alphanaut got himself up into 5th spot, with a little carry on going down there with Homesick and Mika. Wrxc Ii. Homesick now down into last place. He won't be used to that. Oh no, Mika Wivery is behind him now. Did she let him pass then? Was it her fault he was off? Oh, it looks like she just overcooked it a little bit in the corner there. Came back on. Homesick had to swerve out of her way to miss her, and he takes up 9th place. So up ahead we have Skyjacker with his DRS wide open, loads of track to himself. He's having a ball. And Shadow Rider with Cthulhu and Racer Brown for company. And Alphanaut trying to catch these guys up, trying to get some good points. Alpha season so far. Where are you, Alpha? Oh, he won first round at Nürburgring. He got an 8th, a 7th and a 10th when we were at the Windmills. And last week he got 2 fourths. I think that was at Lago Maggiore, but I'm not sure. Don't want to commit to anything. Skyjacker then leading the way from Shadow Rider. Cthulhu still in third, with Racer Brown hot behind him, but Racer Brown, he's overcooked it a little bit. He slid off, and now Alphanaut is taking up that 4th place. Can Racer Brown get on the track and go in before Alexis and Maximus catches his up, with JTX just clinging on to the back of the Spaniard. Homesick Alien is now ahead of Wrxc Ii, as well as Mika Wivery. Wrxc Ii struggling in the wet conditions in this skittish Subaru with no brakes. And Skyjacker there. He's maintaining about the same distance from Shadow Rider, I'd say. Just having a sip. Getting a bit of a... Alphanaut is up into third. I don't know what happened to Cthulhu. Sorry, quick look back. Oh no, just racing, I think. Alpha come... Well, so what happened to Racer Brown as well? Oh yeah, we saw Racer Brown having the off, didn't we? And there you see Alphanaut catching up Cthulhu. Just giving him a tap, letting him know he's there. And there you see Alphanaut goes through into 3rd place, with Cthulhu down into 4th, and Racer Brown in 5th, with JTX trying to make a move on Alexis Maximus. He's up the inside of him. Is he going to hold it? Alexis Maximus coming back at him now. They're down the straight, heading towards the first corner. Side by side, this could be disaster. Alexis Maximus tucking in behind JTX. Thought better of it, thought the move's not there. He slides through the corner. These cars just sliding through the corners. It's beautiful to see. I bet it's not fun to drive. Mika Wivery there, making it lovely, look lovely and clean. So Skyjacker leading the way. He did a 45.4 on his last lap, 45.3 for Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider a little bit quicker, just an itsy bit. Not much, but Alpha Not a little distance behind now with Cthulhu chasing him down, and Racer Brown trying to regain the positions he lost. JTX up into 6th place. He's having a great one. He was down in 7th. Alexis and Maximus. Oh yeah, so he's only moved up 1, I suppose, because he's in 6th now. Alexis Maximus down in 7th. Homesick Alien in 8th. He qualified 9th. Wrxc up to 9. Oh, Mika Wivery looking like she's going to make a move on Wrxc, looking for the inside line there. Wrxc struggling in those corners to try and get the grip down and get the car moving, but he's just about holding that line ahead. Oh, he's out wide now though, so that gives Mika the opportunity to move up into 9th place. Skyjacker still leading the way. We're 7 minutes into this 15-minute race. Shadow Rider falling behind a bit now. 45.3 for Skyjacker and 45.3 for Shadow Rider. They are matching each other, and there we see a 44.309 by Alphanot, which is the fastest so far here in the wet Red Bull Ring for round 4 of the WRX Challenge. And Cthulhu still holding that line ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown wanting to get ahead of the Spaniard. It's looking like it's coming. He's catching him up. Racer Brown the fastest in qualifying. Put it on pole ahead of Cthulhu, and Shadow Rider 3rd. Skyjacker didn't qualify any higher than 4th, and he has been leading this race. And there we see Racer Brown going for that inside line. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. And Cthulhu really just a sitting duck for that one, I think. But there we see Cthulhu coming back. Maybe Racer Brown thought it was a bit untidy. Give it Cthulhu back. Skyjacker leading the way for race 1 of round 4 of the WRX Challenge, ahead of Shadow Rider. Neither of these have put a foot wrong at all. Shadow Rider trying a little sideways action. Ooh, you've got an Alpha not bearing down on your Shadow Rider. I wouldn't flex too much just yet. It's not all done and dusted. We're nearly 9 minutes into this race. Skyjacker leading the way. Shadow Rider in 2nd spot. Alpha not the 3rd place in this race so far. Cthulhu dropping back to 4th with Racer Brown hot on his heels. These two have not stopped racing so far. In 6th we have JTX. 7th Alexis Maximus. In 8th we have Homesick Alien ahead of Mika Wivery, who is ahead of Wrxc. So the battle we're looking at is Cthulhu and Racer Brown. They're going at it again. Racer Brown ahead this time of Cthulhu. So Racer Brown up into a 4th spot. Cthulhu dropping down into 5th. Coming into the tight corner. Cthulhu looks like he's later on the brakes. Can he get earlier on the accelerator? And there they go. Cthulhu thinking about making it out. Racer Brown's cutting that line. Going defensive into the 3rd corner early. No, he's coming out to get back on the racing line. Heavy on the brakes for this corner. It's really deceptively tight. It just keeps going round and round. And so far, so good. They've both made it through. So Skyjacker is leading the way from Shadow Rider. They look all about equal distance, these guys. Alpha might look a little bit closer. I don't know, it looks about even Stevens between these guys. Looking at the little map up in the corner there, we see a Racer Brown finally getting past Cthulhu and able to open up the car to the speed he can do. Cthulhu there in 5th, JTX 6th, Alexis Maximus. Nothing's changed at the back here. So we're 10 and a half minutes into this race. Only 4.5 minutes to go. What's that, about 3 laps? Just about, maybe. And Skyjacker crossing the line to do a 1:44.643. Shadow Rider did a 1:44.483. They are exact times, and they're a 44.574 for Alpha. Not Racer Brown 44.350. He'll be pushing. His Alpha's still got the fastest lap though. Catula at 45.8. He is struggling to find some grip out there at the moment. I think he's safe from JTX at the... Oh, hi Skyjacker. Just look at you, you're leading a race. It's awesome. You've been leading from the first corner. Fantastic job. So, Shadow Rider in second spot with Alpha not there in third. Racer Brown, after getting past Catula, he's pulled out a little bit of space on the Spaniard and he's making his move with only 3.5 minutes left of this race. Not even 2 laps. You can see Racer Brown gingerly getting through turn 3. Catula also around the outside. JTX is in 6th ahead of Alexis and Maximus, with Homesick Alien in 8th ahead of Mika Wivery and Wrxc. Obviously we saw having that small off was a tough, Skyjacker says, was a tough couple of races, and he's just woke up. See, I'm just coming to the end of my night. So Skyjacker leading the way with only 3 minutes to go. Shadow Rider, I don't know if he's anything he can do about it from this point. Alpha he's a little bit too far back from Shadow Rider. We must be in the last 2 laps. Racer Brown trying to get closer. He did a 44.3 on his last lap, and Catula, he just can't seem to keep the pace with these guys ahead. So Skyjacker did a 45.1 when he crossed the line last. Shadow Rider did a 45.1 when he crossed the line. And Alpha did a 44.4. So Alpha losing a little bit of time to the guys in front. And there, Racer Brown getting the fastest lap of the race with a 44.2. But it's only tenths and he needs seconds. He needs to catch the guys up in front of him in a matter of seconds and not tenths. So Cthulhu there ahead of JTX, and Alexis Maximus still holding on to that 7th place, with Homesick Alien in 8th and Mika Wivery 9th, Wrxc in 10th. We're watching Skyjacker now. Shall we jump on board? Oh look what Skyjacker gets to see. It's a lovely clear track. Absolutely, world is his oyster. Look, he can go, we'll take whatever line he wants. Oh no, there's movement, hang on. 2, 3. So Alpha's dropped to 4th for some reason. Let's knock back 10 seconds and have a see. Ooh, he's just gone a little fast into turn 3, giving Racer Brown the opportunity just to crawl by. Give him a wave, I think, as he went past. So Racer Brown back on the podium. So Skyjacker leading from Shadow Rider. Racer Brown into 3rd. Alpha drops to 4th ahead of Catula giving him some extra oomph to push. JTX in 6th place. Alexis Maximus still 7th. He's got a good distance ahead of Homesick Alien, as Homesick Alien has a big distance ahead of Mika Wivery. It's a bit spaced out, the last 3. Skyjacker then, he's there. Shadow Rider, oh, is it going to be a climatic finish? We've only got 1 minute of racing left. These two definitely will cross the line. Will the rest of the field? I think so. Maybe Homesick, Mika might. 44.235 from Skyjacker. That was so close to the fastest lap. And it looks like Shadow Rider did a 45, so Shadow Rider losing a bit of time with a flying Racer Brown in 3rd place. Shadow Rider can't lose too much time. These have all made it across the line. Alpha in 4th, Catula 5th, JTX. Oh, we've still got 30 seconds to go. It looks like they are. Maybe Wrxc might not. Homesick Alien gets across the line easily. So does Mika Wivery. I wouldn't be surprised if Wrxc gets across the line, in all fairness, unless he slows down a bit more. So the last lap, I think, the timer will run out. Whilst they're on lap 9, Skyjacker been dominant this race. Absolutely foot perfect. Ooh, as he slides, don't slide. Hey, so Skyjacker making it through turn 3. There is Shadow Rider in a great 2nd spot for Shadow Rider. Oh, Racer Brown having difficulties in the last lap. Alpha not really on him now, and he's coming there. He's trying to get the inside line. Is Alpha going to get a last lap podium from Racer Brown? Racer Brown trying to get back up the inside of Alpha, but He's a tough cookie to break, but Racer Brown's got the inside line for the next corner, but he just hasn't got the track position. And there goes Alpha Nut managing to pull ahead for third place, putting Racer Brown down into fourth. Alpha Nut losing a bit. He's off wide, but he's still managing to keep ahead. Phew, thought he was sliding off for a minute there. And now we watch Skyjacker coming down the start straight to take the win of round 4, race 1 here at the Red Bull Ring. Shadow Rider also coming across, and he takes second. It's undecided who got third. Racer Brown got third by just a little bit. Oh my word, that was tight. And that's 5th for Cthulhu, 6th for JTX, 7th for Alexis Maximus. 8th we see Homesick Alien just coming around now to cross the line. Mika Wivery, oh, Noxie did get across the line in 9th, and Noxie, we're just watching, coming around now, getting ourselves all ready to give it a pause. He's coming around the last 2 corners. And I'll quickly write in the race results. He only just got up. I thought you had the day off today, Mr. Jacker. So there you go. Wow, that was a race 1, and your winner, Skyjacker. He won the whole darned race. He did it convincingly. And Shadow Rider, a super second spot. Shadow Rider, oh, he got second last week as well. Third and second, he really does like the Scoobies, to Shadow Rider. In third, we have Racer Brown. Just though, my God, they must have had to get the small tape measure out to measure the distance between Racer Brown and Alpha Nut. Alpha Nut is loving the fourths. He had 2 fourths last week, a 4th in his first race this week. Cthulhu getting a great 5th place. I imagine he would want to be higher than that. JTX finishing in 6th. With Alexis Maximus in 7th. I've not gone through them. I should have gone through them. I was just reading them. Sorry. There's Alexis Maximus. I usually show you the cars. That's not even Alexis Maximus. That's JTX. Where's Alexis Maximus? Oh, there. But pause it. There's Alexis Maximus. Sorry. In 7th. 8th for Homesick Alien. 9th for the Mika Wivery. I will find her name and I will write off, just put it down as Mika. 9, and Noxie finishing in 10th. So without further ado, we'll let that race take its due course. So there you go. Can all relax. We saw them crossing the line. And then we will move on to race 2. That will be the reverse of that grid we have just seen. Oh my God, the room's getting filled up. I should have done this earlier, shouldn't I? Shadow has really taken to the car this season so far, says Skyjacker. Psycho Pace says morning. Psycho Pace says let's go. Skyjacker says morning pace. Skyjacker says Psycho Pace says how you could not sleep after those epic races last night. Skyjacker, I did. The junior is a bit draining. We'll watch last night's later. Whew. I'll let them two chat amongst themselves about last night's racing as we get ourselves ready here for race 2 of the WRX Challenge Round 4. What a season we are having so far. We've had numerous different winners. We've had Alpha Nut win 1, Cthulhu's won 1, Racer Brown's won 1, Skyjacker's won 2. Any other number 1s? Homesick Aliens won 1. So it's varied as hell, these races. Let me have a little sip of Red Bull. God, everything's Red Bull. I did the Red Bull League last night. I'm at the Red Bull Ring this morning, supping on me a tropical Red Bull. Life is good. Life is good. Right then, what do I have to do? Oh, we have to wait for that to go. There you see the grid that is reversed. Oh, it's sunny. I thought we were wet all the way. Was it just the first race that was sunny? Oh, okay. Let me get rid of those. Get rid of those. No, I brought them back again. Get rid of those. Look at number 1. which is a Wrxc. Can we go to the standard camera so we can see the lights? Look at me. I'm like a producer here, pressing buttons all over the shop. There was no lights, so that was a bit pointless. So Wrxc pulling away good with Mika Wivery in a second spot. Homesick Alien there in third. He's got to be in for a good shout. Alexis Maximus fourth. JTX is in fifth. But so far Wrxc holding that line ahead of Mika Wivery. But Alexis Maximus looking quite racy up alongside Homesick Alien, and now into third for the Spaniards. Behind Homesick Alien he has JTX having a look. This is going to be fast and furious now with these guys that just got shed loads of grip given to them. That was a bit of a squeeze there, and Wrxc, is that Wrxc? Oh no, it was Shadow Rider avoiding people. Back in seventh. Alpha Nuts dropped down to eighth. I thought it was Alpha that was in that crush there with JTX, Cthulhu, Shadow Rider. They're all there. Look at them trying to get through the third corner. It's so tight. Mika Wivery dropping. Wrxc still holding that lead from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien has got ahead of Alexis Maximus. Alexis Maximus looking for a way past though. JTX in fourth, leading. Yes, shut up, Alexa. Stop. Alexa, stop. It's not you I'm talking to. It's JT. Shut up, Alexa, stop. My God, we're going to have to mute her, I think. In fourth, we have JTX. Cthulhu is in fifth. Alpha Nut there, sixth. Mika Wivery down to seventh with Skyjacker trying to make his way through with Racer Brown. There's a little group of them there. Shadow Rider, Racer Brown and Skyjacker all fighting behind Mika Wivery for places. So far, Wrxc still holding the lead with Homesick Alien and Alexis Maximus all over the back of them. Wrxc out wide. Can he get back on again? He has done, but he hasn't got the momentum like Homesick and Alexis has. I'm scared to say his name now. But Wrxc still holding that position ahead of these guys. Let's get a better camera angle on this. Homesick Alien, is he edging up the inside? And oh no, Wrxc's gone really wide. And Alexis Maximus nearly hit Homesick, or I think he did give him a slight tap, a little love pat. And there is Wrxc under attack from JTX in fourth. Cthulhu there fifth, and JTX making the move on Wrxc. He's up the inside, he's later on the brakes, and he's made the move stick. So JTX up into third spot now, and Wrxc are dropping into fourth with Cthulhu sitting in fifth. Alpha Nut there in sixth, getting away from the Mika. Mika is still ahead of Shadow Rider, Racer Brown and Skyjacker. Skyjacker seems to have dropped off these guys. Oh no, I gave him a couple of replays last night at Red Bull. He doesn't want to see what happened to him. No, suffice to say, he's not with those guys anymore, but he's not major behind. He can catch them back up again. So Mika Wivery there, oh my lord. Shadow Rider just getting past the Mika, and Racer Brown looking to see if he can make a move soon. He's going for the inside there. Mika's gone wide. No, she stayed there, and Shadow Rider, wow. How come Shadow Rider's ended up there? Sorry, I'll have to give a quick 10-seconder to that. So we saw Shadow Rider going in, and did he outbrake himself? Oh, he outbraked himself into turn 10, 9 and 10. Oh, and then Mika outbraked herself and went off a little bit as well. So there, Mika back up into seventh spot ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown going for the outside line. It's a brave man that goes for the outside in turn one. And does he make it stick? No. Mika there still ahead in seventh spot. So in the lead, Alexis Maximus ahead of Homesick Alien. Behind them, we've got Wrxc, JTX. God, all sorts of things have changed here. JTX was third. Now Wrxc's back up to third. Looks like JTX has made a mistake. Cthulhu's got ahead of him, and Alpha Nut has caught them right up. So Alexis Maximus ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien been wanting to make amends for that first race in the rain. It was not great for him. Wrxc still holding that podium position. It's great stuff with Cthulhu fighting JTX, and Alpha Nut now joining the battle. Racer Brown finally released from the Mika Wivery grip, and she is holding Skyjacker. Beat Sabers is downloading and Minecraft. Everything's coming up for a download. And there we see Skyjacker. He's there edging past the Mika. Has he got it? Has he got it? He's no, not quite. They're side by side going in through the corner. And Mika Wivery is still holding that position. But there we see Skyjacker. Has he got the inside line? He's backed off a little bit. He's got the good inside line now. Can he get through? Mika Wivery holding that outside line, making it difficult for him. But Skyjacker, oh no, he's still not quite through. Shadow Rider opting to use him for a tow. He's going to try and get him in the first corner. Shadow Rider then grabbing hold of Mika's toe, trying to move the inside. Oh, it looks like Skyjacker made a little bit of a late brake situation, outbraked himself, and Mika and Shadow Rider drive off into the distance. Alexis Maximus is only just ahead of Homesick Alien, leading this race. He's just posted a 29.067, which is the fastest lap of this race on lap 4. We're only 5 minutes into the race. Homesick Alien holding that second spot, keeping as close to Alexis as he can. Cthulhu then up into third, ahead of Wrxc, with Alphanut and JTX fighting it out for 5th and 6th, and Alphanut coming out the victor of that battle. So JTX down into 6th. He was 3rd not 1, maybe 2 laps ago. And there, Racer Brown Racer Brown was back there because of the reverse grid. And Shadow Rider has now got past from Mika Wivery, and so has Skyjacker. So Mika Wivery slipping down into a last spot, but my word, she raced those boys, and she raced them hard. Oh no, Alexis Maximus off wide there in the last corner. Homesick Alien might have the momentum to get closer to him. How long? We got 6 minutes into this race, so we've got 9 minutes left by my calculation. In third, Cthulhu's dropped off these guys quite a bit now, but he's in a little bit of no man's land because Alphanut and Wrxc, the JTX and Alphanut battle over, so Alpha goes and races Wrxc for 4th. There they are, sideways, coming all the way up the straight, and I thought Alpha had the inside line. Wrxc gone wide again. Wrxc keeps going wide in that corner. That wasn't even turn 3, that was turn 2, sorry. And JTX moving up ahead of Wrxc, with Racer Brown eagerly scurrying up to the back of the Gulf liveried Scooby, with Shadow Rider in 8th, Skyjacker 9th, and Mika Wivery in 10th. In the lead then, it's nothing in it between these two. Look at them, they're getting so close to each other. Homesick Alien is like a pandemic all over Alexis. He's got to go and wash his hands for 20 seconds and wear a face mask, because the alien is harassing him. He won't let it lie, his alien. He's sitting there, he's trying his hardest. The Homesick Alien did a 28.9 on his last lap. He's got his DRS wide open. He's just... Did he do the fastest lap then? A 28.865. It hasn't gone purple, but it looked purple up on the main viewer. So, no. Alexis Maximus a 29.4 on his last lap. Yes, he did get the fastest lap, did Homesick Alien, with a 28.885. I'm only lingering with this because it seems like it's inevitable. It's going to happen soon. Homesick Alien really applying the pressure to Alexis Maximus. Alexis Maximus has had a very, very good season so far, though. He knows how to drive this Scooby. When I find his name, he did not finish the first race in the mud. He got 2nd, 3rd and 2nd, and the first race last week, round 3, he got 2nd in the first race. He didn't finish the second race for some reason. I'm not sure what happened in the second race. I would have to look back on the YouTube, or you could go and look back on the last round. So we've been watching these guys for a while now. Cthulhu there in 3rd. Alpha was racing Cthulhu for 3rd, wasn't he? So Alpha dropping off of Cthulhu, with JTX just a little bit behind Alpha, not far. Racer Brown at 6th place. Wrxc in 7th, ahead of Shadow Rider. Skyjacker there in 9th. He'd done a 29.9 on his last lap. He's not managing to make much of a dent to the lead that Shadow Rider's got, and Mika Wivery in 10th, but Alexis Maximus still holding that lead from Homesick Alien. We're 9 minutes into this race. Homesick Alien, he's like a pit bull with got his teeth into a bit of toy, and he won't let it go. And now Homesick Alien looking for the inside line. He's going for it now. He's up the inside of Wrxc Maximus and he's made it stick. Wrxc Maximus, nothing he could do there. Wrxc Maximus got the fastest lap on the last lap of 28.661 with Homesick 28.803. So Wrxc Maximus is the fastest man on the track, who's just dropped down to second spot. Cthulhu there, his fellow Spaniard, in third place. He's got loads of space before Alphanut and JTX locked into that battle. Decided to drive around the Red Bull Ring, yes, side by side in formation. Looks beautiful. Must be a little bit stressful for those guys. When you turn in, how can you be sure? There you go, Alphanut taking fourth off of JTX, or keeping fourth from JTX, with Racer Brown still behind these guys. Not far now, with 10 minutes it through. We've still got 5 minutes of racing. Shadow Rider a little bit further back from that battle with Skyjacker. Oh, Wrxc having a rough one. Wrxc's having a tough one. And McCartney moving up into 9th place. Poor Wrxc, he's not enjoying these Subarus. Oh, Wrxc Maximus is back ahead again. What happened? Sorry, I'll have to do a flick back. When it's the lead, you've got to see, haven't you? See what happens. I think Wrxc Ii outbraked himself there. He's out wide. Wrxc Maximus making the move up the inside, and there you go. Wrxc Ii barely got to lead for a lap, and Wrxc Maximus back in the lead again. This battle is not giving up. With 10.5 minutes a run, race 2 was awesome. Mika was on good form, says Skyjacker. So there we see the two leaders locked in their battle. Cthulhu a little further back, he's doing consistent 29s. Alpha is in the 29s. He's leaving JTX behind now and getting on with things. Racer Brown in 6th, catching up JTX. JTX will be a little bit nervous. Racer Brown getting purples. He's on a move. Shadow Rider not too far behind. Skyjacker is in visual sight of those guys. McCartney in 9th ahead of Wrxc. They've both got their DRS wide open here in the dry, and there we see Homesick Alien is leading, only just, they're side by side. He's made another move on Wrxc Maximus. Wrxc Maximus. Whoo, did you hear his tyres screaming there? So Wrxc Maximus just sitting behind the Alien in 3rd spot. It looks like there's a bit of racing further back. Let me have a look. With JTX, Alphanut and Racer Brown, they're quite close, not as close as Homesick Alien and Wrxc Maximus. Let's have another look. They're going through the last corner. Wrxc getting the toe off of Homesick Alien, trying to make a move in the first corner. We're 12 minutes through this race, only 3 more minutes to go. What, 2 more laps? This lap and the next lap. Oh, Wrxc Maximus going really wide in the first corner. I don't know if that counts. Homesick Alien, he's thinking, what's your race line, mate? But Homesick Alien still maintaining the lead there. Wrxc Maximus just so wants that win. He can virtually taste it. He's not had a win yet this season. He's had some close ones, a lot of 2s, no 1s. Whereas his fellow Spaniard had 2 wins so far this season. So Wrxc Maximus will be a man possessed. He will want that win. With Cthulhu there sitting in a great 3rd spot. Cthulhu, this championship, he's got it all under control, I think. Alphanut, a great 4th spot for him with a win under his belt. He's going to be on a good points scoring situation. JTX has got Racer Brown all up in his business. Racer Brown flying. He got the fastest lap on lap 8 with a 1:28.627, and there he disposes of JTX with Alphanut, the next man on his list. But like I said, I think there's only 1 lap after this one, and JTX coming back at Racer Brown. Racer Brown taking a defensive line through the last 2 corners. JTX looking to see if there's anything up the inside and to get the toe off of the start straight. Both of them with their DRSs wide open. JTX trying to get that toe so he can pull out and jump up the inside of a Racer Brown, but not quite. Racer Brown's out wide, so's JTX. My gosh, they like to use the runoff on that. Homesick Alien, it looks like he's given himself a little bit of room. away from Alexis and Maximus now. We're definitely got to be on the last lap. There's only 1 minute left of this race. Cthulhu there, he's looked like he did start catching up those boys up ahead. Did a 28.5 on his last lap. Alexis Maximus a 30 and Homesick at 29.4. So those two racing each other was helping Cthulhu out an awful lot. But now they've spaced out and they're on their business. Alpha Nut has got the fastest lap of the race. More points. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. 128.418 last Thursday. So this would be the day before he won the MTCC. So Alpha enjoying a really nice bit of form at the moment. There is Racer Brown ahead of JTX, too far behind Alpha to make a difference. We're at 5 seconds left. Looks like Homesick Alien's going to have to do another lap, and so is Alexis and Maximus. Meanwhile, Cthulhu finishing in third. Alpha Nut getting a great fourth, another fourth. And Racer Brown in fifth. JTX sixth. Shadow Rider seventh. My word, they were all close there. And there we see Skyjacker coming across to grab himself an 8th position, with Noxie ahead of Mika Wivery in the end. We saw Mika Wivery going ahead of Noxie somewhere along the line. Noxie managing to get back ahead of Mika Wivery, but it's close stuff between the two of them going across the final line. Nothing in it. And there's Noxie finishing in 9th and Mika Wivery finishing in 10th. So we have the two leaders. It is not over and done with for these two guys yet. Although Homesick is quite far ahead, but he could snatch a break. Anything could happen. Anything. And don't forget, I've got to pause this before they get to the line. Or I'll be looking at nothing. Alexis and Maximus, though, he had a fantastic race. He really pushed. Led for a lot of it. Homesick Alien are chasing after him. They had a little swapping situation. But in the end, Homesick Alien comes out on top and he takes the win. Oh, he's just about to take the win, should we say. Whoo-wee, race 2, just as manic as race 1. This Scoobies, they deliver. They do deliver. So Homesick Alien finishing 8th in the first race and now taking his second win of the season. Whatever Skyjacker can do, so can Homesick. I mean, Cthulhu's got 2 wins. Skyjacker's got 2 wins. And Homesick has now got 2 wins. Alpha has got 1 win. Racer Brown's got 1 win. And that is it. So who's going to be the first to 3 wins? That's the new thing. So there we see Homesick Alien, winner chicken dinner in second spot. Alexis Maximus, he couldn't do any more, in my opinion. He really couldn't. He got a great second spot to pay back for that 7th in the first race. Cthulhu got the podium position. Take a boo, my son. So a 3rd spot for Cthulhu after his 5th from the first race. 4th place, Alpha Nut. Guess what position he's finished in the last 3 races, sorry. Hang on, I'll find him. Dun, 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 dun. Alpha Nut there, 4th. Yeah, he got 4th in the first race. He got 4th, 2 4ths in the race before that. He is super consistent. In 5th, Racer Brown. After that dizzy race from before where you couldn't decide who was finishing where between Alpha, again he was chomping at the bit all over the back of Shadow Rider, Skyjacker, Mika Wivery, Noxie, you name it. Racer Brown had a pop at them today. He had a race with them. In 6th place, we have a JTX. He finished 6th in the first race as well. So in 7th, we have a Shadow Rider. So after a couple of pairs of 2s and a 3, he's had to deal with a 7th, but from the back of the grid it is difficult, especially at a place like this. Skyjacker, what a terrible, there you go. Ooh, beautiful, go daddy. And 8th for Skyjacker after his win from the first round, but that'll put him in a good position for this last race in the dry, quite high up the grid. Wrxc there in 9th place. He had an up and down race. He was up there leading, doing a great job, but just kept going a little bit wide. The brakes in this Scooby, I must say, are pretty much non-existent. And there is Mika Wivery, Man Alive. She was racing Racer Brown, Skyjacker, some of the quickest guys in here, and she was racing them, in all fairness, on their level. Let me just let that pass, or I'll go back to Wrxc Ii so we can watch him do his win. Yay! And Alexis Maximus there in second. Awesome. So now we're going to reverse the grid again, because we're crazy mofos here at the Wrxc, and we're going to watch them race for a third time. Is it going to be dry? Is it going to be wet? We're not sure. We'll have to wait and see. I imagine it's dry now. I imagine that was just a little flurry. A little flurry during qualifying and the first race, clearing up for the second race. And in the third race, I reckon we can get our towels out and then give ourselves a little sunbathe, because I think it's going to be gloriously baking Austrian sun. Big sip of my drink while I'm trying to chat, while that thing loads up very slowly. It's not too bad, is it? 75% already. Itchy nose. You don't want to know that, but I told you. And now we all know that. What a round 4 we're having at the moment. Who's going to win this race? I mean, Skyjacker's in a good position. I imagine Racer Brown looking strong, fast here today. Cthulhu, consistent. Alexis Maximus looked fast then. So did Wrxc Ii. Oh my gosh, it could be anyone. So Wrxc Ii is going to be tough, and is a light drizzle. It's a light drizzle, I tell you. It looks like intermediate tyres are on the cars. And there you see Mika Wivery on pole, Wrxc second. Ooh, let me get there. Let me get rid of those. Let me get that off of it. Let us get a better camera angle. Looking the long shot at Mika Wivery on pole next to Wrxc. We've got a little light drizzle in the air. I don't think there's any standing water on the track, but it's wet enough for intermediates. And there I go. There I go. Mika making a great start ahead of Wrxc. There we see Skyjacker in third spot with Shadow Rider alongside him. So Shadow Rider's no slouch. There Mika off early doors on the first corner. Wrxc managing to keep it on the track in first place now, with Skyjacker up into second, Shadow Rider third. Racer Brown there in fourth place ahead of Alpha Knot. Alexis Maximus in sixth with Pat seventh. Pat's back. Wrxc Alien in eighth. Mika Wivery in ninth, and Cthulhu back there in 10th. Oh, stuck on the grid. Awful stuff. GT servers, you're harsh. Oh, there we see something was happening with Skyjacker and Wrxc. Let's go back and have a look at that. So Wrxc defensive on the inside there, breaks late into it, and oh, it looks like he got in Skyjacker's way as he was trying to turn, and they both ended up off the track a wee bit, giving Shadow Rider the lead. Let's get back to a normal camera angle now. So Shadow Rider just ahead of Skyjacker, but Skyjacker's coming at him into the first corner. He knows if he has to wait a couple of corners, Shadow Rider will get comfortable. And no, Skyjacker too fast into the corner. Oh my word, so was Shadow Rider. Alexis Maximus from the back has taken the lead with Alpha Knot in second. Can Alpha Knot get past though? Oh my word, with Racer Brown just behind these guys, and Wrxc Ii is like the whole grid's reversed in a couple of corners. Shadow Rider down to 6th, Skyjacker down to 7th, with Pat in 8th, and Mika Wivery 9th, and Cthulhu still sat on the grid. Hope these guys spot him when they come round. Alpha Knot now leading the race ahead of Alexis and Maximus. They're all finding their feet here in the slightly damp track on the intermediate tyres. Alpha Knot easily leading ahead of Alexis Maximus. Alexis Maximus got to worry about his behind, with the Racer Brown bearing down on him, but Racer Brown can't wait because Wrxc Ii is also there in 5th. Wrxc holding on to that 5th place for dear life. Again, Shadow Rider and Skyjacker, oh, they're all moving out of Cthulhu's way. There is, oh, let's make sure Mika gets around, that's it. And Cthulhu, oh, poor Cthulhu, what a nightmare. So Alexis Alexis Maximus, the other Spaniard, leading again. Oh no, Alphanut's down. Sorry, Alpha, I've got to have a quick look what happened, I'm afraid. So Alphanut leading the way into turn 1. Ooh, just snapped them brakes a little bit, went quite wide, and that put Alexis Maximus, Racer Brown, Homesick Alien all above him. He's got back onto the track in 4th spot, ahead of Noxie. Noxie's got Skyjacker and Shadow Rider fighting for position behind him. And there's and he's caught Alphanut up. Alphanut lost a bit of pace, going off. And now Noxie's trying to get up the inside, but Noxie, oh, I don't think Noxie did a good job of it. He's made Alpha go out wide. And that puts Skyjacker ahead and Shadow Rider ahead of Alphanut. There's Noxie down into 7th spot with Pat in 8th and Mika Wivery in 9th. Cthulhu's car has now been moved off of the grid. The stewards doing a fantastic job there. And here we see Racer Brown. He deserves some. He got pole position. He's been racing like a madman, and now he's getting his place on the front of the race in race 3 with Alexis Maximus making it as difficult as he possibly can, and Homesick Alien just watching. Shall we sit in Homesick Alien's car for a bit, see how much fun that looks? Skyjacker is 4th, just behind us, with Shadow Rider in 5th. We're sitting on board with Homesick Alien. This car just does not want to slow down. He's trying to apply some accelerator. It looks like they've got a nice bit of grip out there. 3rd gear in the last corner. Yes, it's all good. It's got that DRS open, going up the start straight. And we are 3.5 minutes into this race. It looks like Alexis Maximus trying to make a move. He's looking up the inside of Racer Brown, late onto the brakes. Racer Brown is being steady, and Alexis Maximus does go out wide, giving Racer Brown the chance to come back at him down the straight. All this time Homesick Alien is there. He's looking for a place to get past. Also, if he goes blurry, that was Beat Saber installing, just in case you wondered. And there we see Racer Brown still ahead of Homesick Alien and Alexis Maximus, side by side by Alexis Maximus there in turn 2, managing to get ahead of the oh, Racer Brown, what happened to Racer Brown? Sorry, another 10 seconds flip back. Looks like Racer Brown late braked himself into turn 2. I thought he had it sorted there. Oh, just slides out wide, and there you go. That's all it takes here. And then Alexis Maximus managing to take over the lead from Homesick Alien, but Homesick Alien lining Alexis up. We've got a replay of race 2 on our hands with these two, Alexis Maximus and Homesick Alien, fighting it out for the lead of this race. It's Alexis Maximus' turn to win, Homesick, so don't take this from him. He's not had one yet this season. So Racer Brown then back into 3rd place with that snatch of the brakes, and Skyjacker in 4th, trying to catch this little fight up. And there you see Shadow Rider with Alphanut for company. Let's jump on board Alphanut, because this will be fun. And we're there sitting behind Shadow Rider. We're just ahead of Noxie. We're on the bumper of that Subaru. We're near enough sharing sponsors at this point. And there we see Alpha. Oh, he's had to brake. He hasn't got down far enough, has he? There's a little tap. And there we go. Beautiful racing from the two. Shadow Rider did end up out a little bit wide, but not really. I think it was just a great move by Alphanut up into 5th spot. Now Alexis Maximus leading still from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien having a look, but he's got Racer Brown behind him also having a look. Oh my word, Racer Brown up the inside of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien making it through. Racer Brown having to back out of it, but Skyjacker is on their tail now. This is a race, come on. Skyjacker just there. He's in spitting distance of Homesick. He's in spitting distance of 1st place. Alexis and Maximus there leading the way from Homesick. Oh no, Racer Brown. Oh, Racer Brown got in the way of Homesick Alien. Oh my god, he tried to make a move and he lost his braking, and Skyjacker is up into 2nd spot now with Homesick Alien in 3rd ahead of Alphanut. Racer Brown lost out the most there, down to 5th with Shadow Rider just behind him in 6th, harrying him. Trying to find a way past, I imagine, going down the inside of Racer Brown. Ooh, that corner scares the bejeebers out of me, I must say. In 7th, we've got Noxie ahead of Pat. Pat is ahead of Mika. Looks like Pat and Mika having a good old battle royale out there at the moment. Mika all over the back of Pat, but Pat doing enough just to stay ahead of the Mika Wivery. In front then, Alexis and Maximus ahead of Skyjacker, with Homesick Alien in third ahead of Alphanut, but there's nothing in it between any of these guys, and Shadow Rider is joining them to join the fun. And like I said, it doesn't take much to to grab a break here and go wide. Homesick Alien under so much pressure from Alphanut. Homesick Alien out wide. Alphanut's got the momentum on him. They're side by side going up the start straight, and now Racer Brown pulling out. They're 3 wide going into turn 1. This is craziness, I tell you. And Homesick Alien managing to Alphanut slipping it up there. Homesick Alien, he's lost it. He lost it. Oh no. I don't know if he tried to put the accelerator on a bit too much, but he was going sideways off the track, and Alexis Maximus just ahead of Skyjacker. I said he was going to be the first to get to 3. Looks like Skyjacker wants to be that man, but Alexis Maximus wants his first win this season for the WRX. And Skyjacker wants to destroy that dream of his. Racer Brown up into 3rd spot ahead of Shadow Rider. Alphanut. Didn't Alphanut take 3rd? Sorry guys, quick look to see what happened to... Oh, no, Alphanut didn't. Where is Alphanut? Yeah, Alphanut 4th. I thought he got 3rd from these two. When Racer Brown, there's Shadow Rider making a move on Alphanut. So yeah, Shadow Rider sneaked past whilst Homesick Alien was having his off. And Alphanut down to 5th. I thought Alphanut managed to get past Racer Brown and Homesick Alien, but he's lost a position to Shadow Rider. Alexis Maximus still holding on to that lead. Skyjacker's got the fastest lap of the race on the last lap. We're nearly 8 minutes into this race. Skyjacker trying everything he can, pushing Alexis and Maximus right till the bitter very edge of this race. Alexis Maximus driving the wheel nuts off of that Subaru right now. Right then, oh, it's hard to pull away. You can see Racer Brown in the background. I imagine he's opened both of these. Snap a brake, snatch a brake, but they're not looking like it at the moment. Great racing from the 2 leaders. Alexis Maximus, another lap under his belt, another lap closer to the win. 8.5 minutes through this race. Only 6.5 minutes to go. Oh no, Alexis is out wide. That's okay. He's got back on the track again. Skyjacker though has got the momentum going along the straight, heading towards turn 2. Racer Brown in 3rd. Shadow Rider 4th. Alphanut is in 5th, but he's got company by the Alien trying to find a way past Skyjacker. Skyjacker, oh no, he braked late into the corner, but Alexis Maximus, he had it under control, and Skyjacker still looking for a way to take the lead of this race. Skyjacker, just lately we've seen him driving some very defensive racing, and now he's getting a taste of that medicine. But there he's got the inside line up the inside of Alexis and Maximus. Alexis Maximus also again back up the inside of him. Wow, some racing, but Alexis Maximus touched the dirt a little bit there. I think he had to have a lift, giving Skyjacker the opportunity to come back at him. Skyjacker on the inside for this corner. Look at them side by side. This is scary business, this is, with Skyjacker now taking the lead of this race from Alexis and Maximus. Racer Brown there just a little bit behind them in 3rd. Shadow Rider 4th. Alphanut has pulled away from Homesick Alien now. Homesick Alien under threat from Wrxc. Pat is still ahead of Mika Wivery, but Mika Wivery looking to make a move around the outside, but the move was not on. Phoo-wee. So Pat getting wobbly off the curbs. Mika Wivery trying to go up the inside. There's a lot of contact there, and Pat managing to stay, but no, there Mika Wivery outbraking herself, and she's had an off. She's had a wide turn 10. So Alexis Maximus is back in the lead again. What's going on between these two? Got to have a quick flick back, guys, because Skyjacker was leading before turn 1. Here we can see Alexis Maximus making the move up the inside of Skyjacker. He's off the track, but it's okay. I just lost my iPad. Battery ran out. I'm just trying to quickly whip over to my phone just in case there's any comments. There shouldn't be at this time in the morning. Everyone should be too busy getting ready for work. There's Skyjacker again around the outside of turn 2. Has he made it stick? He has. Skyjacker retaking the lead from Lexus and Maximus. All the time these two are racing. Racer Brown getting closer and closer. Fantastic stuff here with Shadow Rider there in 4th. His run of good form carrying on in the WRX Challenge. Alpha Nut there in 5th. Ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien had to avoid him. Whoa. It was a close one there. Homesick Alien had to move out of the way or he would have taken Alpha Nut somewhere very dark and shadowy. So 7th for Wrxc, 8th for Pat, 9th for Mika Weavery. Skyjacker leading the way ahead of Lexus and Maximus. We are 11.5 minutes into this race. It's very close to the end. Skyjacker, he's pulled a little bit away from Lexus Maximus. Lexus Maximus, he's got something more to worry about now with Racer Brown looming large in his mirrors, and Shadow Rider has caught these guys up also. So what a tasty little treat of a fight we've got in this last lap or 2, or maybe 3, I don't know. By the time they get round again, it'll be 14, no, 2 laps. 2 laps, I'm saying. So Skyjacker doing everything right at the moment, on for his 2nd win. And Lexus and Maximus in a great podium position. He's going to walk away here with some good points, 2 2nd places and a 7th. He'd be wishing he'd got a win though. Ooh, late on the brakes now. Oh no, Racer Brown slipping up the inside of Lexus Maximus. It looked like Lexus Maximus was late on the brakes, had to avoid Skyjacker a little bit. And now Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider is looking for that position, that 3rd position. He wants the 3rd final podium. Ooh, he wants to take a boo. Skyjacker then coming around on his intermediate tyres. He's got a nice little bit of space to play with Racer Brown. Racer Brown's fast though, remember. He's still got a good couple of minutes to catch up Skyjacker, and the speed that Racer Brown has been showing today, who says he's not capable of it? But at the moment Skyjacker looks like he is just about to post the fastest lap of the race. Racer Brown is 2nd, Lexus Maximus maintaining that 3rd place. He's sideways though, he's sideways, that can't help Shadow Rider. He likes to see that, I imagine. He says, more of that stuff, my matey, my Spaniard friend. And there's Lexus Maximus closing the door on Shadow Rider. Homesick Alien has got ahead of Alpha Nut. I don't know where it happened, so I'm not going to flick back because it could be a while back. So Wrxc and Mika Weavery is ahead of Pat. Pat has dropped right off the edge of the world. I don't know what happened to Pat, but we saw Mika going wide, dropping quite far off the back of Pat, and now Pat is back at it. Well, he's back at the back. Skyjacker then leading this race. We are nearly 14 minutes in, and he's still getting those purples. He hasn't got the fastest lap though. Let me see. That will be Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider looking like he's trying to get 3rd spot off of Lexus Maximus. They're side by side. Lexus Maximus's rear end stepping out. Oh my lord, they're side by side going towards turn 3, one of the most treacherous corners here. And who is going to do it? Lexus Maximus got the better line, the inside line. Are they going to slow the cars down? Is it going to be a disaster? There you see Lexus Maximus lovely getting it in there. Shadow Rider seeing if he can get the undercut done. He's trying to have a look at that big wide open space, but Lexus Maximus closed that door pretty damn quick. Skyjacker still leading the way from Racer Brown, but Racer Brown's getting closer and closer. 30 seconds of this race left to go. Oh, I don't know if they'll get to the line. There's Lexus and Maximus still holding that 3rd place, but Shadow Rider wants it. He wants it, and it's his. It should be his. Shadow Rider, yeah, he's at a 3rd, a 2nd, a 2nd, and a 7th. So he's back into those high numbers again. Alpha again ahead of Homesick Alien. Maybe I should stick with these two because they're having a bit of a battle. So Alpha ahead. Oh, we're on the final lap. There, Skyjacker just won the race. Racer Brown in 2nd. Oh, Alexis in 3rd. Shadow Rider 4th. Shadow Rider did not get that podium in the end. Alpha gets 5th ahead of Homesick Alien, with Wrxc coming across the line in 7th. What a total disaster for him then this week, this round. Mika Weavery in 8th. Coming around to finish ahead of Pat. There she goes. Superb racing. And there we see Pat just coming around to the line. So, super race. Super race by Skyjacker. 3 wins. So that is fantastic. Awesome stuff there, with Racer Brown finishing in a fine 2nd place. What a comeback he was having. In 3rd, Alexis Maximus. He did nothing wrong. He fought with everything he got, but he could not manage to keep hold of that 1st or 2nd place. But 3rd place is fantastic. Take a boo, my son. It's got to be good, because Shadow Rider was trying his hardest to get it off of you. So, Shadow Rider finishing in a 4th place. I still think he's maintaining a very good bit of form there. After the drop scores, he missed the first 2 rounds. So after drop scores, it will be interesting to see where he lies in the table. 5th for Alpha Nut, having a race-long battle with Homesick Alien in that race, and it looked absolutely fantastic. Just kept missing the overtakes every time I went to him. 6th was Homesick Alien. I will find him. Homesick. After his win in race 2, all he can manage is a 6th spot. 7th for Wrxc Ii, which is very good for him after that 10th and a 9th in the first 2 races. It's a crap camera angle though. There you go, that's a bit better. In 8th we had McCartney. There is no good shots of that car. So Mika in 8th, and Pat finishing 9th place in race 3. He didn't take part in the first 2 due to internet issues. Whoo-wee, that's good. Shake it out now, guys. That's it. Limber out. That's all right. Oh, you've had a good workout this morning. I'm very pleased with you. You've all done a fantastic job. Skyjacker especially, with 2 wins. Beautiful stuff. And that is me for the WRX of round 4. The next time you probably will be hearing or seeing anything from us will be the Porsche Sprint Trophy race, which is round 2, that was missed on Tuesday because Polyphonic Digital could not, GT Sport could not get their bits together with the servers. And I don't think there's any more to say. So yes, keep an eye out for the Porsches during the week. Friday night there is an out. So the next time, Saturday we have Mika Wivery, who you've seen racing today. She's taking out the Max 5s, hosting a Max 5 race. We've got a few people signed up for it, so it's more than likely to be broadcast. Please join in for that. That'd be awesome if you can come and watch. And then Sunday night we have round 3 of the Red Bull Junior X Championship. And I must say, we've only had 2 rounds so far, 6 races, and it's been great fun. I have really enjoyed that championship. It's fast, it's furious, the cars are skittish, and we've been getting some interesting results, especially this evening's. Right then, I'm going to wrap it up. Say thank you very much for all of you that have tuned in to watch this. I am going to go and have a coffee and bathe in some warm milk. Take care of each other. I was your host and your broadcaster. I wasn't your host, sorry. I was your broadcaster and commentator, Holden Aper, and I will catch you next time. Be good.